Joseph Herron with Nonito Donaire. How are you doing today, sir?
Great. I mean, it's great. It's a brand new year and great opportunity. So it feels great.
You know, your last fight, a lot of people, gave you a lot of criticism, but what can you do if the other opponent, doesn't want to fight you?
That's the hardest thing is that it's different if a guy just covers up and stays in front of me, but you cover up and you run. It's a lot difficult, but criticism is good. You learn from it each time, and you know that people are paying attention. So
how do you feel about moving up to 122?
It's a greater challenge for me. I believe that Vasquez Jr. is a tremendous fighter, but it's a challenge for me that I have to overcome in order for me to stay in boxing. I believe that it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, he's an effective aggressor. You're an effective aggressor. The last time you fought an effective aggressor like that, you knocked him out in the second round. Do you have a bold prediction for this fight as well?
You know what? For this fight, it's just, I think that they might try to work on their defense a lot. They're going to try to work on their power, or even perhaps they're going to try to because they think that they're a lot bigger than I am, and that's true. But for now, we still need to come to the tape. Robert Garcia we haven't looked at the tape yet, so we can't really predict anything as of now. The movement that he makes, I know that he's training really hard, and there could be a slight increase in speed and power. And like I mentioned, he's the type of kid that gets better each time he gets in that ring.
So about how long do you plan on staying at 122? I know you don't want to really look past an opponent, but what are the plans of Bob Arum and Top Rank for you? Do they plan on keeping you and cleaning out 122, or are you looking for bigger fights, possibly against maybe Yorkis Gamboa, something like that?
Well, that depends how I handle 122. If I can fare with the guys, I'll probably fight 2 or 3 times in this division before moving up in weight. But just making sure that it's healthy for me, that it's safe for me, and that I'm not going over my head.
That's right. So are you going to be eyeballing this fight with Rico Ramos and Rigondeaux? And let me ask you this. What's your prediction on that fight? Who are you picking?
They're not really on my site right now, but if they are, they got to make it interesting for me. The guys that I'm looking at right now is Arce, Nishioka. I believe that those guys are the most experienced and the most guys that are more compelling in a good fight. But the other guys, they can try to prove themselves with their titles and with their fights, and I think that's going to be a good fight. Not looking past them, but the sites that I'm looking at is Nishoka and Arce, and hopefully be able to capture their belts and go for Rigondeaux or Ramos's belt. Like with me, my goal is to unify the belts.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, again, it looks like Fernando Montiel decided that he had too much of Nonito Donaire and moved up to 122. Lo and behold, you move up to 122 as well. Would there possibly be a rematch? Do you think there's any need for a rematch?
Well, I don't think at this moment in time, for me, if he makes himself up there and create a chance for him to seek a rematch, then I would definitely give him a rematch. But I think recently he just was defeated by somebody, so I think that's far from sight for him right now. He had 2 victories after his defeat with me, but then I think recently he just recently lost. So, but if he makes himself up there, I will never deny him of a rematch.
That's a classy response. Now, again, this is just a fun question. Who do you think is going to get the fight with Manny?
I don't really know at this moment. I think that everybody want to see the Mayweather-Manny fight. That's just the most anticipated fight. But I think that there's a lot of guys out there like Bradley, and other guys out there that can give him a good fight.
So, is there anything, closing thoughts that you'd like to address to your diehard fans that have followed you from flyweight to 122?
I just want to thank you guys for supporting me. Happy New Year's. Hopefully that your year and all your resolution for this year will come true, and you know, have the discipline to do it. I wish you guys the best for that. But thank you guys for just supporting me, and hopefully that 2012 will be a more grand year, and the more more years to come, and you know, but I want to make 2012 to be something spectacular for you guys. But I want to thank you guys for everything, for all the support.
Thank you, champ.